the Blairing Out with Eric Blair show at the 2019 Hall of Heavy Metal History Awards show with VP and General Manager of Cleopatra Records, Tim Yasui, and Director of the Band vs. Brand documentary film, Bob Nalbandian. The Band vs. Brand idea, who came up with it?
That was actually a collaboration between me and was it you? Yeah, Brian. We had a meeting, Brian Pereira, the head of Cleopatra, and we were talking. This was about 3 years ago or so, and it was, we were talking about how Rat, Bobby Blotzer was going out under Rat at the time, and we were talking about all this, and Brian said, man, this would be a real good topic for a movie, because I had directed the Inside Metal movies, and he was well aware, and that was what the meeting was about possibly doing some work. And we started talking about that, and he goes, hey, how about we do a documentary about how branding has become so big in these days, especially with classic rock bands, classic rock and metal bands, particularly a lot of the 80s bands too, as you mentioned, Rat, Queensryche, LA Guns, all these different bands, Great White, 2 different versions and stuff. So it's become a big issue in the music business and, quite controversial. So it became a really hot topic. And
I think it's genius because this is where the world's at today.
Absolutely, we cover all that in the movie, and that's exactly it. Most kids don't know, and they just want to hear the songs as they have heard it on their records and stuff. I mean, they'll go out and see a band like Foreigner. You just see the new version of Foreigner without Mick Jones. There's no original members, but it sounds just like Foreigner did back in the day. So a lot of kids don't know. Us, purists, we know the difference, and it's not. It's just the way it is these days.
What is special about being here at the Hall of Heavy Metal History?
Seeing all of our comrades, right? Our partners in crime.
Absolutely. I've known Pat. Pat is featured in the movie. Pat Gisaldo, he's in the Band vs. Brand movie. Great guy, and he's doing something really great. There's so many other award shows, and there's other metal award shows, but it's all more about the newer bands, and no one really covers the classic hard rock and metal bands, the bands that we grew up on, and the bands that are well deserving of this. And that turn, if it wasn't for these bands, there wouldn't be any metal today. I mean, this is what inspired everything, and you got to give it up for Pat for putting this together. It's a lot of hard work, I know, that he's put into this, and everyone involved. He's got Eddie Trunk hosting and a whole slew of people, as you can see, involved in this. And I think it's going to take, this is, I believe, the 3rd year, and this is going to really take off.
And what do you think of the Blairing Out with Eric Blair show?
I love it, man. I saw a lot of your interviews, including the one you did with Ronnie. And great stuff. You've been doing it for a long time, man. Keep it up. Yeah. How many years? Oh, wow. I didn't realize it was that long. Okay.
Thousands of hours of footage.
I've been on your page. I've seen quite a few of them, and great stuff, man. And there's people like you that keep the scene alive. I mean, it's all about now, getting stuff on YouTube and promoting it yourself, social media, whatever, and that's where it is. And it's I think what you're doing is great, and really helps keep classic hard rock and metal alive. Great job.
Much success.
Thank you. Labor of love. Pat, good job, buddy. Concept that's long overdue, bro. Congrats.
I agree.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you, man.
The Blairing Out Show.